I came to bring the pain.
Yeah, what's going on, good people of YouTube? That boy Treasy here. Welcome to a long overdue vlog number 9, I think. It's been a while. It's been 5 months since my last video, and that was just a putty squad guide. The last time I did a vlog was beginning of the year, New Year. Over some GTA 5 gameplay. So yeah, it's been a while. Pardon me if I'm a bit rusty. So yeah, just bringing you a vlog, give you guys an update on what's going down in Treasy's world. Well, for those who care, anyway. But I've been playing Battlefield 4's latest DLC, the Final Stand, and I haven't played Battlefield 4 since the last DLC, whatever that was. I think Naval Strike. So yeah, a bit rusty with the old gameplay as well. It's not a bad little match. It is, I think, my first or second match back into it. So bear with me. I was hitting all the wrong buttons, trying to press back to spot people, and I don't know. And then I had a bit of Titanfall vibes going on as well. Well, I wasn't actually trying to double jump or anything, but you know how it is. But yeah, it's been alright to be back on the battlefield. Not the same though as it used to be. I mean, straight away, before I get into the topic of the video, I looked at my YouTube to see, what was the last Battlefield 4 video I recorded, and to my own surprise, I actually haven't recorded anything Battlefield 4 related ever, which is quite ironic considering when I first started YouTubing, Battlefield 3 was the main thing, and I was going like, well, ham on the videos because I just couldn't get enough of it. But I was quickly touch on Battlefield 4. It's got nothing on Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 was the one. Straight away. I mean, I've said this before. My top 3 multiplayer games of all time. Well, I say of all time. I only started multiplayer gaming when I got the 360 and joined Xbox Live and whatnot. But it has to be, in no particular order, I'd say Gears of War 1, for how that was my first taste of multiplayer game, and it was so raw, so hardcore, so unmainstream. There was no party chat. It had, you had to be in game chat. And then when Warzone was obviously the main game mode, and you had the death channel, as you called it, which for those who don't know, basically Warzone was either 3-on-3, 4-on-4, or 3-on-4, and it was the first to win X amount of rounds, whatever the horse would say it to, and basically once you died, that was it. You was out for the round, but you could still talk to other people who had died as well. And as you can imagine, how hard people get when they're speaking through a microphone over a games console. So some of the trash talking was, not for the light-hearted. It was such an amazing experience, and obviously used to play with a lot of friends. Used to play with my main man Half-Life. I met Dazzler, Stu Ball, Stevie O, and a few other people as well through Gears of War, who I still talk to 7 years on, so good times there. Battlefield Bad Company 1, which was the complete opposite in a way, because I pretty much rode solo through Bad Company, but still had such an amazing experience with that game. And it was my first taste of Battlefield, and it was just so true to its title of a Battlefield. There was so, playing Rush or mainly Conquest, so many different routes you could take, different vehicles, nice wide open areas, helicopters going over tanks, or driving over golf courses, and I just loved it. Battlefield 3 came along. That's when a lot more of my online buddies were playing Battlefield as well, and they just really nailed it with Battlefield 3. That the maps were fantastic, weapons fantastic, vehicles fantastic, spot on. So understandably there was a lot of hype for Battlefield 4 coming out. Battlefield 4 came out very, very rocky start. Problems left, right, and centre, buggy, and it doesn't really matter how good your game is if you've got problems with the game in terms of bugs and glitches. It just waters down the experience, ruins the experience, and it just kind of plagues it for the rest of the game's life, because it's just patch after patch after patch, trying to fix this, unintentionally breaking something else, and at the same time, I wasn't even playing with half the amount of people I was playing with on Battlefield 3. Sometimes we'd have up to 8, 9, 10 people playing Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 were as in Battlefield 4. I think the best we ever got was maybe a squad of 4, and then it pretty much just came down to me, Dazzler, and Half-Life. Then eventually just me and Dazzler, and now I don't even play with anyone because most of my friends who did play Battlefield are into the next generation. You know what I'm saying? But it's still good. It's still a good game. It's been nice to be back in the Battlefield action again with this latest DLC, the Final Stand DLC. Good to have some intense, sweaty matches. You know what I mean? It's been nice. So, I thought I'd pull the old Roxio out, record a bit of gameplay, and natter on as I like to do. So yeah, do this video, let you guys know what's going down. I probably do another vlog, maybe more gaming related, if we don't get too carried away in this video. I do have a little montage in mind, possibly. I'm not going to promise out on that one, because basically, I'm still an achievement guy, so that's, the main reason why I've come back to the Battlefield, is to complete the achievements for this DLC. One of the achievements, well, oh man, the last achievement I'll get will be for completing all the assignments, but straight away one of the assignments is for playing on Final Stand maps for 10 hours, and I also need to get 10 wins on each map. So as you can imagine, it's going to take some time, so why not record? Good things could happen, bad things could happen, put together a little montage. You guys check it out, enjoy it, happy days. So yeah, that could happen as well. And yeah, that's that really. So as for the DLC itself, I mean, I haven't played it. I've played about 2 hours of it so far. Yeah, so far so good, not bad. Still a few old problems that are cropping back up in the DLC. Nothing major. I'm not going to go into detail about it. I have offered to do an official True Achievements review of the DLC, which I need to have done before the DLC comes out for non-premium members of Battlefield. So yeah, keep an eye out for that as well on TrueAchievements.com, the Xbox achievement tracking website that I still enjoy news hounding for. And even if you're a PlayStation guy, obviously True Achievement, well, the True Gaming Network rocks True Trophies now as well, so check that out. But yeah, in terms of that boy Treezy, aka Ash Trees, same old really, same old. It's just work. I can't go into too many details of my work because, well, it's just something you don't do, innit? Let's just say I'm not in the same store that I used to be anymore. Yeah, certain, well, things happened, and you know, well, man, I can't even, I'm scared to say anything because, you know, one wrong word and that's your job. Fucking gone in it, you know what I mean? Especially with snakes that are out there, like to fucking, oh man, just forget it. Anyway, I'll leave it with, you know, I miss my old team. So, you know, shout out to the guys I used to work with. You know who you are. Shout out to Leslie and her son Daniel as well, who have been itching for another YouTube video. So I hope you enjoy this one and stay tuned for the ones that are potentially to come. I have another child. For those who don't know, I already have Levi, my son, who is 4 years old. I now have a daughter, Sydney Rose, who arrived 9 weeks early. She's now about 5 months. 25th of July. So yeah, just under 5 months. Considering how early she came, everything has literally everything has been fine, health wise and everything, since her time on this earth. So, you know, we've always got to be grateful for good health. Yes, everything's all good with the family, still with the same girlfriend, and have been for the past 10 years now. So all well and good in that department. But besides that, yeah, just, you know, I'm trying to game when I can. Obviously, gaming time just keeps going down and down and down. But at the same time, you know, in my relationship, no one really wears the trousers more so over the other person. You know what I mean? And in terms of my gaming, I really, you know, it wasn't going to come to an end, but I really did think, like, shit, second child on the way, this is it, straight away. I had to do the sensible thing and give up the man cave. I no longer game in my separate bedroom anymore. I've been I shouldn't say demoted, moved to the corner of the master bedroom now. You know, and it's still not, you know, it's not any less of a setup really. I mean, I guess, you know, besides the gaming setup in the old bedroom, it was just my wardrobe, and then like shit really. So it's nothing lesser. I do have 2 Xbox 360s, so I've got, you know, shit set up downstairs as well for if, like, you know, she wants to go to sleep at night. I can just like fly downstairs and carry on gaming if necessary. But I mean, a lot of time, I just be tired anyway and just watch TV. I've even relighted my passion for DS gaming as of late as well. I went to the Play Expo event that was on in Manchester at Event City, which was absolutely fantastic. I'd highly recommend, well, whenever the next one is, I'd highly recommend going to it because it's such a great weekend. You know, if you can't make a weekend of it, don't make the one day, because it's one of them where it's like so nice you gotta go twice. Yeah, fantastic weekend, and definitely check out the details of the weekend, well, my experience of the weekend, on my blog via True Achievements. I'll leave a link in the description of this video for those who are really interested. Plenty of pictures in there as well, and I've just sidetracked myself off what I was originally getting to. Oh god, no, it's gone. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, DS gaming. Yeah, because at the Play Expo event they had stalls where people were selling, you know, old school shit. Obviously the stuff that was catching my eye was Super Nintendo stuff, because obviously I was a passionate SNES gamer back in the day. Game Boy gamer, Game Boy Color, Game Boy SP Advance, all that good stuff. So yeah, I love looking at all the old SNES games, consoles and all that jazz, and I was mooching for all stuff. I ended up, you know, normally, to be honest with you, I don't buy, you know, a lot of things. I do still have my SNES console safely wrapped up in a bag on top of my wardrobe, which I could sell on one day. You never know. I've got loads of games for it, but I've had the like original DS for a few years now. Well, it's a DSi, the black one that you can play Game Boy Advance games on as well. But I hadn't lost it. My missus had lost it. And after months of it being missing, it finally got found. So I was like, yes, pulled it straight out, playing like Mario Kart DS for it. But I couldn't find a damn charger. So, I could have got one off eBay, but at the time while I was at this event, I was asking the people on the stalls if they were selling one separate, which they wasn't. But then there was a guy selling a used DSi, same as mine, black. Obviously with the charger for 20 quid. So I thought, fuck it, you know what I mean? I never normally buy anything from these events. Why not treat myself, get myself the DS as like, a backup, and I got a charger as well. Happy days. And obviously, if Levi takes a turn for gaming, we could be sat there like mashing Mario Kart DS together or something. And I ended up buying Mega Man Battle Network 6 that's a Game Boy Advance game, which obviously I can still play. And then I don't know, after because when I go to these events, you can dive into the new school gaming, the now school of gaming, cosplay, stuff like that, and obviously the retro side of things. And I spend like 70% of my time in the retro section playing old school stuff. You know what I mean? Because I just like it. You know what I mean? Back in the day type shit. And afterwards, I just went on a bit of a eBay rampage and started buying like DS games and advanced games. So I ended up getting Metal Slug 7 for the DS, Metal Slug Advance, Super Mario Advance, I think 2, Super Mario World. No, the second one's Yoshi's Island. No, hold on. I had that anyway. I ended up getting Yoshi's Island DS. I ended up getting Super Mario Advance free, which is Super Mario Brothers free. What else did I get? Mario and Luigi Partners in Time for the DS. Bowser's Inside Story for the DS. Mega Man Battle Network 5 Double Team DS. Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, and I think another couple of games. Well, 3 of the games I bought, I got Kylie's giving them money for and said, right, you can give me them as my Christmas presents. So yeah, and I've just been absolutely hammering Mega Man Battle Network 5 and Super Mario World, and oh my god, the Mega Man game. I mean, it's not to the average kind of game. It's not really that known. Obviously, Mega Man is. I don't think the Battle Network would be to many people, in my opinion, anyway. But I like, obviously, when you save the game, it shows how long you've been playing the game for, and I've put like nearly 40 hours into it already, which either kind of Xbox side of me thinks, Jesus Christ, that's 40 hours you could have been like working on some achievements or something. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I just think, fuck, if I ain't getting achievements, then what am I doing it for? But then, some people are like, well, why would you be bothered about achievements? But do one. I like going for my achievements. You know what I mean? I like going for achievements, not necessarily gamer score. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to unlock achievements that, easy, medium, and hard, that allow you to still experience the game to its full potential. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gamer score whore anymore, so don't be like, oh no, look at you, you've got 160 odd thousand gamer score. Like, for how much time I've put into playing Xbox, it's not even a lot of gamer score, really. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to get into that too much. So yeah, I've been DS gaming. Otherwise, I'll just be sat downstairs chilling, watching, Britain's Cops, Zero Tolerance type shit, and NC, what is it, Law and Order, SVU, which is sick as out. Yeah, just doing my thing, really chilling with family, looking after the baby and whatnot. Now, it's only recently Shaz actually got into sleeping overnight, which is absolutely amazing. I really didn't think it'd happen this early. So that's been a beautiful thing. So I've kind of got back-ish to, you know, regular self of being the night owl that I am, and just staying up gaming till God knows what time. So that's been nice. Outside of gaming, well, so to speak, well, I was just gonna plug my car as usual, still in the Scooby, which, well, saying that, it's been like a year since I've had the Scooby now, since I first bought the Scooby, and I've never really spoke about it on the YouTube side of things, but let's just say, you know, before I bought it, I dreamed about having a Subaru Impreza. It was like just one of them cars I used to see all the time driving around. Beautiful. I just love how they look, how they sound. You know what I mean? The aura they give off. And me, you know, this is only my 4th car. I've been driving for I think 9 or 10 years now. I've had like a Clio, old school Clio, and 2 Saxos, and now the Impreza. So don't get me wrong, I've loved all the cars I've had, each car I've had, you know what I mean. But you know, when I was driving my 2nd Saxo, it was like, you know, it was a nippy little thing, 1.6, you know what I mean. It got you from A to B at a suitable speed. But when it came to them big boys on the motorways, you know, people in the Audis and Beamers and all that shit, you just, oh, it was embarrassing. You'd pointlessly try and put your foot down and make something of it, and you just get left in the dust, you know what I mean. So now, you know what I mean, I'm rocking 5 doors, all-wheel drive, bigger car, baby seat in the back, bit of space in the boot, 2-litre turbo, you know what I mean. I'm fucking people up now, you know, it's my turn, you know what I'm saying. They're driving these kids' cars no more, you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, like, I have won my fair share of battle, well, you know, not official, just them little cheeky at a traffic light type situations. People think there's something, but at the same time, I did get absolutely left for dead by some fucking daft BMW M3 thing down some carriageway. I couldn't believe how fast it was going. It was just fucking unreal. So, you know, there's always room for improvement, but it's one of them, like, don't get me wrong, I'm loving my Subaru, you know what I'm saying, because it's been pretty problematic since I've had it. I paid £3 for it. I've spent probably £3 fixing the damn thing. Eventually, the problems led to me paying for its 3rd well, it was on its 2nd engine anyway. When I bought it, it's now on its 3rd engine. But since having this 3rd engine, I have actually had no problems with it whatsoever. Just a tyre, a valve on one of my tyres went, that's been it, tenner fix, boom. So, you know what I mean. And even though it's been breaking on me and I've had to go without it for like weeks at a time sometimes, I love the car, you know what I mean. It's literally one of those things where it's like a dream come true. And an Impreza ain't all that to some people, you know what I'm saying, but to me it was like everything. So I'm enjoying it every single day that I can. But when the day does come that, well, you never know, I might decide to sell it. She might pop out a couple more kids. I ain't gonna be able to fit 6 people in it, am I? Unless I chuck one of the kids in boot or something. I'm fucking driving some tacky ass people fucking carry. I really hope it don't get to that stage. You know what I mean? But if it comes to the day where the Subaru's no more, I don't want to go, you know, back down, so to speak. I don't want to. I couldn't go back to a. I couldn't go back to a Saxo now. You know what I mean? I've got to go something along the same lines, something better. So you see these, you know, 3-door, 3-litre petrol turbocharged BMW things like my old boss had. It's like, that does look like the next step up. But at the same time, it cost an absolute fucking couple arms, couple legs to buy to start with. Unless I went down the road of finance, which I'd never have for anything. It cost a damn lot to run as well, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, besides that, like I said, really same. I'm still doing my thing on True Achievements. Obviously, if you are a 360 gamer, you like you don't even, it is an Xbox achievement tracking website. Obviously, we track Xbox One achievements as well, but you don't even have to be a passionate achievement guy to enjoy the site, because obviously, well, not obviously, but there's plenty on offer. You know what I mean? We put the volunteers on the news team put excellent effort into bringing the news to the front page. Might not always be the first to report on stuff, but we don't mess with anything unless it's 100% factual, verified by, you know what I mean, an official source. You know what I'm saying? So there's always the news, there's the community supplied solutions, there's reviews, there's previews, there's all sorts of shit. To me, I always joke and say it's like the Facebook of gaming. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely worth checking out, and it's always improving. With the True Achievements has got a lot more people signing up now through the True Achievements app that's available on Xbox One, so make sure you check that out as well. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure to natter again. Stay tuned for the gaming vlog coming soon with some more Battlefield 4 gameplay. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon.